This is an eviction based upon various conduct breaches of the lease related to criminal conduct. The monthly rent is $1,549. I believe, however, that there is possibly a voucher in this situation and that the plaintiff is not, or the defendant is not responsible for any portion of the rent. So we are not seeking back rent today. However, on June 19th of 2026, the defendant was arrested and charged with disorderly conduct with display of a deadly weapon and cause number C1CR 26207596, the state of Texas versus Jackie Fitzgerald in Travis County Court at Law number 7. This incident did occur on the property, and the weapon, which was a knife, was displayed in a common area and actually toward another resident on the property. So, due to that default, a 10-day notice to vacate was hand delivered to the tenant. He signed it on July 8th of 2026, and to our knowledge, the defendant has failed to vacate.
July when?
It was given on July 7th, but I believe he signed it on July 8th to show that, he did receive the notice to vacate.
Okay. And there was an immediate notice to vacate, a 3-day notice, a 30-day notice. What kind of notice was it?
It was a 10-day notice, Your Honor.
Okay. And that is allowable under the circumstances that existed because of
Yes,
the
Your Honor.
conduct?
Yes, Your Honor. Due to the seriousness of the conduct here, this was permissible for the notice to vacate.
Is there a section, is that section 11 or where's the section 11.1? Criminal conduct, manufacturing, delivering, possessing controlled substances, behavioral outrage manner. There's a long list of A through M of different things that someone could be considered criminal conduct or disruption. Is that right?
Yes, Your Honor. Specifically, we're citing to 11.1A, the engagement of criminal conduct and the display of a knife in a common area in a way that alarmed others, as well as 11.1C, disturbing or threatening the rights, comfort, and safety of others, including our agents, and D, disrupting our business operations. One of our security guards actually had to get between the two of them and escort the victim back to her apartment when all this occurred. And this is all captured in the PC affidavit that I submitted, Your Honor. I believe it is Plaintiff's Exhibit 2.
Mm-hmm. Right. This is the affidavit for warrant and arrest and detention. Okay.
Yes, Your Honor.
June 19th, APD. Okay. And so there hasn't been a conviction on this. Why is, he's innocent until proven guilty. Where is this at the stage of, or is it not necessary to have a conviction to move forward on an eviction for this kind of conduct, Ms. Ham?
It's not a requirement here to have a conviction. It simply says the engagement of criminal conduct. Also, again, there was a display of a weapon, a knife in a common area, which is also under 11.1A of basis for an eviction under paragraph 23.1.
Okay. And the other person that was involved in this, is that person a resident or is that a visitor or was that just a transient?
No, that is a resident, Your Honor. And I would also like to point out that in the PC affidavit, Mr. Fitzgerald did admit to burglarizing another apartment on site there because he believed that they sold his girlfriend narcotics. So this is all included in the PC affidavit. There are some serious safety concerns here, especially because the knife was brandished against another resident, as well as he admitted to burglarizing another apartment there.
That's in the PC affidavit for the class. Well, this is it's a Class B misdemeanor.
Yes, Your Honor. It's at the very end of the PC affidavit. I want to say like the second to last paragraph. Jackie spoke with other officers stating that the previous night he had burglarized an apartment after claiming that they had sold his girlfriend narcotics. Jackie advised these individuals were after him, which is why he was carrying an open knife in his pocket.
Does that have to do with the case? What does that have to do?
Well, it's what they're talking about, Mr. Fitzgerald, is is criminal conduct, and so they're concerned about that. I didn't see it in the initial title
No, sir.
affidavit, but there's a. So I was asking them to show it to me where that was. So they gave you a notice to vacate. Who takes care of your rent? Is it like a veterans organization, Front Steps, or who?
Yes, sir. It's a voucher. I'm homeless. I was homeless.
Mhm.
Whenever you're ready to allow me to say something, can I speak?
Yes. Well, I think are you done, Miss Ham, or do you have more?
Essentially, Your Honor, we are just going to be seeking possession of the lease premises back, attorney's fees, as well as judgment today and court costs.
What are you asking for in attorney's fees?
So today we are asking for $850 in attorney's fees. I did submit my activities report as plaintiff's exhibit 4, I believe. Yes, 4. There's been approximately 3 hours spent prior to today on this case between myself and one of my paralegals. I bill at an hourly rate of $260 an hour. Again, this doesn't include my time that we've spent today at trial.
And do you have your own shop, or who do you work with?
I work for Corey Rogers at
Rogers.
Rogers Law Firm.
Okay.
Yes, Your Honor.
So you have a team of attorneys and paralegals.
Yes, Your Honor.
So Mr. Fitzgerald, I think you're frozen but you can hear me, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
I can hear you.
Yeah, the photograph, or I guess the picture I have of you is frozen.
Okay.
But
Yes, it went black on my end as well.
I can hear you though just fine.
Yes, sir.
This will be your chance to give your defense at this time to those allegations. And I may have some questions to address with you if you don't tell me what I was looking to hear regarding maybe you're a caseworker or who you have connected with that had you on the voucher, if this person also was aware of your current situation with the
Yes.
property. So what's your side of the story, Mr. Fitzgerald?
Okay. For one, I'm homeless. I don't have money to pay. So, and two, I don't understand nothing about the proceedings in this hearing. What she's talking about has nothing to do with breaking in an apartment or nothing. It's because I presented a weapon. The day that it happened, the guy that she said I broke into his house, he was selling drugs here on the premises, and I told him, man, if he was gonna, if he had my girlfriend go into his apartment, let me know, and he lied to me. He didn't. A bunch of stuff broke out. The whole day I got jumped on twice that day. I had blood on me when they arrested me. Also, I'm an ex-military CP. I have CPTSD. When that happened that night, I told
I know, I guess PTSD, I understand. What's the C
CPTSD.
for?
The C's what's it
Is it
called?
chronic?
Chronic, yes.
Complex
Complex, yeah.
PTSD.
So that day that happened, the guy the pharmacist, the drug dealer or whatever, he had gotten people to jump on me. I had got jumped on twice that day. I had blood on me. I was carrying a little knife that day, all day. The girl that they say that I pulled the knife out on. Okay. Before any of this happened, I was sitting in the lobby talking to Miss Lopez, and Leanne said something, the girl that they said I threatened, whatever. The girl said something, and I said, "What did you say, Leanne?" And I got up, and she said, "You're gonna die." And it's all on camera. Everything's on camera. She says, "You're gonna die. I'm gonna get a man to kill you." She threatened my life over and over that, and I wanted to call witnesses. I did not know anything about what my rights. I don't know nothing about this hearing right here. All I know is that I just had to show up. I don't have an attorney. I have a lot of evidence. I have a lot of people, but what I'm trying to say is I was threatened that whole day by two people, but this case is only about one person, and it's the girl that they said I threatened. But I did not get 5 feet from that woman, and the security guard, Miss Lopez, did not get in between us. She said, "Jackie, stop it," and I stopped. I went back, sat down. I called the cops. I called the police because of what she said, because I'd already gotten jumped on that twice that day. Um, um, I don't never have problems here at this place. I've never had a problem before since I've been in these shelters. I have no idea why it came to this, but um, yeah, I was threatened, sir. I was threatened. My life was
How,
threatened. It's on
how long
camera.
have
Yeah.
how long have you lived there, Mr. Fitzgerald?
Since Chris, how long? Since February,
Okay.
March, sir. Yes, sir.
And there hasn't been, except
Never.
for you were concerns with narcotics and other residents. You're
No,
saying
sir.
you haven't threatened any staff members or anything
No,
like
sir.
that?
I don't do that, sir. It was it happened all of a sudden. It happened that day. It was behind my girlfriend, and it happened, and yeah, um, yeah, I got jumped on. Yeah, it was a messy day that day. I'll call the police.
How long were you in jail?
Just a day. They released me the next day.
And have you been given a court date or an
It's
attorney?
been dismissed. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
It's been dismissed?
Yes, sir. I got a letter through the, I, I don't know if it's dismissed. I know it was supposed to be on the 9th or something, and they told me, I don't remember. I don't recall with the letter, but I have the letter. I don't even think I have it anymore, but, I don't even know my court date on that, sir. I really don't know anything about my court date on that.
So you may want to, do you have a
I'm
caseworker?
Yes, my casework is right here, sir. Like I said, I really don't know too much. I'm illiterate about this law thing right here, but going on. But I'm trying to explain to you that, man, I was it wasn't. Yeah, it was a big mistake, man. I did not. I'd been, man, I'd been threatened that whole day. I'd been jumped on that whole day, and she threatened my life on camera. And
When you'd been jumped on, did you call the police about the threat
I told the security, yes, sir. I told security and everyone. I called the police that night. But they arrested me. They didn't even run the cameras back to see what was going on. I have the supervisor of the security, the main guy. He was going to be my witness, and so was Miss Lopez and a lot of people upstairs that work here. They were going to be my witness, but I didn't know I could bring witness. I did not know that we could have people. I could have evidence and like, yes, I did not know none of this.
Well, this is important
Yes,
to
sir.
be
Yes,
able to
sir.
present evidence. I can't without that evidence or that testimony. What I have is what's in writing that the
Okay.
police took and used that as a basis
Yes,
to
sir.
arrest you on this, I guess, assault by threat. And I guess I
Oh,
don't know. Not a. It's not
oh,
a.
I didn't threaten her. I just jumped. I just got up to find out what she was talking about, who she got to kill me. And when I got up,
Mhm.
had my knife in my hand, and I pulled it out. My my knife had been in my hand the whole day,
Yeah,
in and out.
but if you say to somebody you're dead, you don't think that's a threat?
They told me that. That's what I'm trying to tell you. She told me that on camera. That's why I was telling the officer. I said, "How are y'all sending me to jail? I'm the one that called the police. This girl right here called. She threatened my life, and the security heard it, and so did the staff that worked here.
So the other people involved in this, Miss Ham, do you know if there's been any action against them, or are they just sitting happy and living carefree at the apartment complex?
Mhm.
Your Honor, I personally do not have firsthand knowledge of that. I believe that my agent here has her hand raised. She may have something to offer on that end. However, I'm just
All right, Miss Rainey, you wanted to say something? You want to add something? You've been sworn in.
Yes, sir. So when it comes to the other parties that were involved in this situation, one of the gentleman that the apartment that he kicked in, that gentleman is gone. So he actually was served a 10-day notice the same way that Mr. Jackie was. He made the decision to leave on his own before we got to a point of eviction. So he has left. And with the woman that's involved, she did get a violation, but because she did not commit all the way actions, words, yes, we understand that, but actions were not taken after this.
That's a
So,
terroristic. That's it, bro.
as to when it comes for that full day, we don't have a report of someone jumping on Jackie. We do know that blood was on him because Jackie cut his hand from the knife, and that everything is on body cam that has happened that day. I don't know if our attorney has submitted that full footage, but it was all recorded. Our security guard did have to jump in the middle of this before it got de-escalated to this.
So, I mean, this is a serious allegation, and maybe it may not be as big of a deal to you, but what the apartments want is a safe environment for their residents, for everyone, and that you and another tenant were engaged in this behavior, which is considered criminal conduct, whether or not it was consensual or in self-defense or what, that it's a danger to their residents. And so they're saying, even though there may not be a conviction at this point, or I don't know what the result of this arrest will be, this is not the conduct they want on their property, and that is not allowed. It's not allowed on the lease, and it is grounds for an eviction under the lease. And so, who's there with you as your caseworker?
Clarissa, and can I say one thing?
Sure.
There has been no, I've tried to come to the landlord and to the property owner and resolve this problem, and they say no. There has been assaults here. There have been all kinds of things here. There's been all kinds of little deals made, and they let them make it, and all kinds of little leniency. I have tried to settle this and get a contract made where they could do whatever they want. I do not want to look. I'm homeless. What I mean, I mean, listen. I really don't know what I'm trying to say, but what I'm trying to tell you is that I'm not a problem. I'm not a problem. The girl that I had a problem with is a problem. Every day she calls the cops. Every day she has an issue. I don't have issues. I've never had an issue. But you know, she threatened my life, man. She told me I was gonna die. I mean, dang. I mean,
well, that's. I mean, I would be concerned about that if I were you as well. However, the apartment complex doesn't want that going on for their residents.
There's a lot of that going on.
And so they were in the process of trying to remove the element that's going to put others at risk or danger. You wanted to say something, Ms. Rainey?
Yes, sir. So the thing here is that I know we're sworn in under oath, so we're going to have to tell the truth across the board. So it's one of those things to where I've given Jackie a chance to leave, to the point that we have even taken it upon ourselves to buy him a bus ticket for him to go to family, right? Hey, whatever we could do. And that was done from our ownership all the way down his case manager. We were willing to do it, and it was denied. Every time that Jackie has wanted to speak to me about this situation, my door is open. I've given him what my personal opinion would be, and I've also given him what the property side of things would be. And the best advice I gave was, hey, before this goes to court, I think that you should try to take the opportunity for us to send you to family.
And where would that be?
I don't have family.
He told us it was Paris, Texas.
Yes, I don't have family. They don't want me.
So there's been options.
I'm almost 60 years old.
Yeah, so there was options that were given before we got to this point.
But I didn't feel I was in the right. I feel I'm right, man. I feel I was done wrong. I feel I was done wrong.
And so my advice that I gave Jackie was, you do have every right to attend court, to be a part of this process. You have the right to defend yourself. but it comes down to, we have a crime-free addendum here. His voucher's through HACA. So Housing Authorities of the City of Austin. So there's a crime-free addendum that we have here. And once that crime-free addendum is broken, then it is immediate grounds for eviction.
So no
All of
matter
our-
what assaults.
All of our residents have signed those upon move-in. A copy was given to Jackie as well to show him that he did sign it upon move-in. You did agree to these things. So that's just, I want to just make it known, like, I've had several conversations. Even my assistant property manager has had several conversations. Let's see what we can do to help you to where, this is not against your background of going against eviction. And so he has been giving those opportunities.
It's Judge. I'm homeless from the streets, man. This place is designed to help people like me. I've been through a lot of stuff. Come on, man.
So I don't know what other resources your caseworker may have access to.
Yeah.
Or if there's anger management or something for your PTSD from the VA. I don't know. But right now, all they have to show me is by a preponderance of the evidence, which is not real high, it's 51%. It's not beyond a reasonable doubt like a criminal case. And so I don't know what's going to happen with the prosecution of the case or if it's gone away already, but it seems it's pretty quick to have been resolved. Usually it lingers a while, but
Your Honor, I did look up the case because I wanted to make sure. I also was going to let Mr. Fitzgerald know this as well. I did look up your case. It looks like it is still pending. I just didn't want you to have any incorrect information in case, there was some miscommunication, but it looks like that you have been appointed an attorney. You have a hearing coming up, I believe in September. However, it looks like it's an attorneys only hearing possibly. You can get these documents on Travis County's portal, and that can hopefully get you in contact with who you need to about who's been appointed to represent you in that criminal case.
Okay. So I'm, Mr. Fitzgerald, this is a tough situation. Unfortunately, I think they are, the evidence they provided is sufficient. It didn't have to be a conviction. It's just a criminal conduct, which if it was burglary of habitation, or if it was a threat, or if it was carrying a deadly weapon, and that's all conduct that's prohibited by the lease. And so I'm going to grant them possession of the property and the attorney's fees that they're asking for. But I mean, and you can appeal this judgment. And if you go to appeal
I'm going to appeal this.
Okay, so you'll have to post a bond. And so I don't know if Mr. Fitzgerald is a zero renter, so I don't know what that appropriate bond's going to be. But I think I'm probably gonna at least set it at $500 because just the attorney's fees are more than that. And but this is not a non-payment of rent case. It's for conduct. So I'm gonna make that a requirement of the appeal if that's what you want to do. But if they do that, that's probably going to increase the attorney's fees. You may want to get some legal advice about that.
Well, I figured that I was going to be kind of like, I don't know. I thought I was going to have an attorney. I thought I could bring evidence. I thought I could have witnesses. I did not know that. Yeah. So yeah, I'm going to appeal this. I don't feel that this is right. I feel that there's a lot of.
You may want to get some legal advice.
Yes, sir.
Your HACA, you said Carrie, may have some an attorney you can refer to and see what they recommend, because to me it is kind of a no-brainer, unfortunately. Yeah. So I'm going to grant them possession, the attorney's fees and the court costs. You have 5 days to appeal. And if you don't appeal, it doesn't become final. If you don't move out, then they can come get a writ of possession, which means the constables go to the property to keep the peace, and then they would remove all your possessions to the sidewalk.
Yes, sir.
Right.
So I have 5 days to appeal?
Yes, sir. You have until Tuesday to appeal. Okay.
Okay. So where do I appeal at?
That would be here at the Justice of the Peace Court on McKinney Falls Parkway.
So I got to go over there?
You'll have to post a bond. You'll have to get some legal advice and see where this is going to have to go, because this will go to county court for a brand new trial. And, you know, if that's the case, they'll probably have the video footage from the police officer.
Yeah, that's what
They're
I
gonna
want.
come, they're gonna come loaded for bear. So they're not,
Okay.
they're not messing around.
That's fine, sir.
Okay.
That's, yes, sir.
Okay.
All right.
All right. Any questions, Ms. Ham?
I don't have any questions, Your Honor. I do see that my witness here does have her hand raised. I'm not sure if she has a question directly for you or
I just didn't
if
come
this
down.
is something I can answer later.
Is this something between you and your attorney, Miss
Just
Raines?
wanted to know with the process with him appealing, so he has to, just so I understand completely, he has to post bond in order to get the appeal approved, correct? By Tuesday?
Miss Rainey, we can
Okay.
set up a phone call to discuss this and what
Perfect.
that would look like.
Okay.
All right, great. All right, thank you.
Your Honor,
You all are excused.
thanks.